Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Sir Thomas More, and today we get to hear from Suresby in Act 1, Scene 2. So Act 1, Scene 1 basically just set the scene for us. We are in England, and a bunch of people from other countries have moved to England and are behaving really badly. They're taking women, they're taking jobs, they're taking all kinds of stuff, and the English people feel like they have nothing left. So they, sort of led by John Lincoln, have drafted this letter that they want to take to the government to be like, we need to all come together and fight this and make it harder for these foreigners to come and take everything that's ours because we have nothing left as it is. So Act 1, Scene 2, we get to see some of the people of a slightly higher status in the society. We're basically in court. It's the Sessions House, which is basically a court. And we have the Lord Mayor, and we have Thomas More, who is at the time the sheriff, and we have Justice Suresby and a bunch of other people around, and they're like, okay, well, we've done the really hard trials for today, the really big stuff, so now we can focus on some petty crimes. What's up next? And Moore's like, it's this guy, a pickpocket, whose name happens to be Lifter. Ha! Very clever. They're like, now it's this pickpocket's turn to be tried, and they're like, well, the punishment for that is death. And Suresby stands up and he says, well, if this guy gets convicted and is put to death, then you're the one that is guilty of his death. And they're like, wait, I don't quite follow your logic there. And Suresby says, I tell thee plain, it is a shame for thee with such a sum to tempt necessity. No less than 10 pounds, sir, will serve your turn to carry in your purse about with ye, to crake and brag in taverns of your money. I promise ye, a man that goes abroad with an intent of truth, meeting such a booty, may be provoked to that he never meant. What makes so many pilferers and felons but such fond baits that foolish people lay to tempt the needy miserable wretch? 10 pounds, odd money. This is a pretty sum to bear about, which were more safe at home. For God, 'twere well to find ye as much more to the relief of the poor prisoners, to teach ye be more careful of your own. In sooth, I say you were but rightly served if ye had lost as much as twice 10 pounds. So he's victim shaming. He's victim shaming somebody who got pickpocketed in this little speech. He's saying that people are carrying around too much money in their purses or wallets, or, they would have like a little bag with coins in it, whatever. He's saying people are carrying around so much money that other people who might not normally be tempted to steal things, upon hearing that this guy's got 10 pounds in his purse, might be tempted to steal it. The same argument as, oh, her skirt was too short, or things along those lines. He's saying it's the fault of the people that are carrying around money for tempting others to come and steal that money. You might as well just leave it at home. Or if you are going to carry around that much money, basically you're asking for it. It's very interesting speech to have in a play so old, and about pickpocketing, no less. And in the middle of this, the Lord Mayor and Thomas More do a little bit of whispering together, and they're like, okay, how about, the jury's still kind of out on this one. How about everybody go take a walk out in the garden for just a minute? So almost everybody leaves except for Thomas More and Lifter, and then the bailiff. And Thomas More's like, oh, you can go outside too, because he wants a moment alone with Lifter. And he's like, hey, I have a deal for you. Because More isn't digging with this whole they asked for it theory. He's like, I have a deal for you. If you can show me how to steal Suresby's purse, then I can make sure that you're acquitted of all of these charges. And Lifter's like, I'm here for pickpocketing, and you want me to do what? To who? And they settle on More is going to send Suresby back in to talk to Lifter, who is supposed to pick his pocket and then give the purse to Sir Thomas More without taking any money from it. Sir Thomas More is very clear about that. He's like, do not take any money out of his purse. Just take his purse and give it to me, and I'll make sure that you're acquitted. Like, you trust me, right? And Lifter is kind of nervous about it, but More leaves. Suresby comes in and the two of them talk, and the conversation is along the lines of, Lifter's sort of like, you know, there's plenty of people out there who you wouldn't even suspect who could be picking your pockets. And Suresby like, oh, I need to know who those people are. Like, how do I find them? How do I look out for them? And he's like, well, you know, when they're greeting you, if they go like this or they hug you like that, they're testing to see where your purse is, and then they'll walk along with you for a little while and a little more contact, and basically then they'll steal your purse. And Suresby's like, oh, this is great to know. I'm going to tell everybody to be watching out for these kind of people, because those are the kind of people that pickpockets. Well, of course, during all of this, Lifter steals his purse, steals Suresby's purse. So the rest of the people come back in. The Lord Mayor, Sir Thomas More, all of them come back in, and they're like, okay, so have we reached a verdict? And they're like, yes, we find him guilty, and therefore he has to die. And as we do with poor people when they're about to die, we're all gonna like pitch in for his coffin. So everybody like pull out your purses and pitch in some money. And of course, Lord Suresby is like, oh, I don't have my purse. And Sir Thomas More is gonna have a response to that in tomorrow's monologue. So I will see you then. Mwah.